Welcome to episode 3, which we are calling Crystals 101. This is the Woo Woo 111.1 Vodcast podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Laurah-Lee, and we have my co-host.
I'm Tabitha.
And yeah, we've talked about this, I think, on some of the other episodes, or at least one. So we decided today that we want to dive deeper into crystals. Now, I just got into crystals earlier this year, so don't know too much about them. So Tabitha is going to kind of take over, and then I'll jump in whenever I can. All right. So
oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm basically going to share with you guys some of the crystals. I mean, I have a variety of crystals, but I'm going to share some of the main crystals that you might hear about, especially with using them for healing properties. And the great thing about crystals is that they have so much to offer in terms of healing properties. You can use them for manifesting, like certain ones are better for manifesting wealth or abundance or career. Self-love or love. So there's just a whole like slew of things, the whole thing that they do. But I liked them and got into them because of the healing properties initially. And then it kind of escalated into more about manifesting and some of the other aspects of them. So I will start off talking about, let's see. I'm just thinking of which one I want to go with first. So
I'll just jump in here for a second. So for those of you listening on a listening app and you want to see these crystals that will also be showing, then you can also catch the episode on the YouTube.
That's right. Thank you for reminding, because I didn't think about that. I forgot. So the first one I was going to go over was amethyst. So I have this really beautiful like amethyst tower. It's just a mini tower. They come in much larger ones, or you can also get them in little points like this size.
Yeah.
This one has a lot of green to it, but you can see the amethyst chevron. It's like that deeper purple throughout the bottom of it, and there's like little flecks of rainbows. It's really hard to catch with like just my normal lighting.
That one's
beautiful.
And
it is really beautiful.
This is my amethyst, but you see it's totally different coloring, and mine's a stone shape and hers is the tower.
And you'll find with so like the one that you were showing, Laurah-Lee, is a polished or tumble. And you will find with the polished or tumble ones that they tend to be like very, like you can really notice the purple, right? But when you get a lot of the towers, like you can really see the different coloration like in the crystals too. And it's really amazing. And I know with amethyst there's like 3 different types of amethyst. So like there's the lighter amethyst, like you mostly see, but there's also, like I said, the deeper purple, which I believe is chevron, if I'm saying that right, or chevron. And that one it still helps with the same stuff, but it's a little more geared to like dreams and like astral projection and that sort of stuff.
Ooh, interesting.
So it's kind of interesting. Amethyst,
I was just going to say, so I also got, this is another reason why I decided to do crystals today, is today I had ordered some more Oracle card decks, and I got one that is for crystals. And so for my amethyst crystal card, it says trust your intuition. So that I think ties in with the dreams and astral projection. That's cool.
And I love the picture on your card too, because you can see like from the cluster, it's really different than even from the tower or the tumble. And like they're just so unique. I mean, they're all like that. But crystals are really good so the amethyst in particular is really good to help with anxiety and depression. It's also a really great meditation stone. Again, like you said on your card, trust your intuition. So it's a really great one to have with when you're meditating. It helps you get into a higher state of channeling your spirit guides, and but it's really just a really great one for anxiety and depression. And you can put it like under your pillow or in a little pouch with other ones. There's so many different things you can do with it.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. When I first got it, that particular one came in a pouch, and it was my abundance and wealth one that I got.
I love it. Yes.
With citrine and tiger's eye. And yeah, it said to put it under your pillow, and I was doing that for a while, and I stopped doing it.
So a lot of people will use amethyst if they are having a lot of like bad dreams or trouble sleeping. Amethyst is a really great one to put under your pillow to help with that as well, to help get you to sleep, because it just promotes really like tranquil properties to it and calming properties. And also, like I said, the astral projection too. So if that's something that you want to work towards, definitely look into amethyst for that.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah. If you have any other if you have any questions, like Laurah-Lee, if you think there's something that maybe I'm missing or not covering, because you've heard me talk about them before, like let me know. But I'm just going over basically some of the ones that are more common, because there's so many crystals out there.
Yeah.
And so many, like
I realize that with this
deck
it only has 52 cards in the deck, and I'm sure there's way more.
There's way more crystals than that.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna ask you, have you used amethyst at all, like for yourself personally? Like, have you felt the effects of it or the benefits of it?
Well, yes and no, I guess. So I think
That's
I talked
fair.
about this in another episode, that when I first got them, the instruction, it gives you, like, where I bought them from anyway, it gives you like a list of or what it is and what it's good for and all that sort of stuff. And what you're supposed to do is hold each one of them and just kind of move them around in your hands. And so I did that with, and I don't know how many I bought, like there's a lot.
Like,
we'll say 20 at least I had when I first got my pack. And so I did that with all of them. So I just lied in a meditation on my couch, and I was just holding them. I think I had one in each hand. So, and by the end of it, my whole body was vibrating. I just felt like I was floating. And that's when I realized, oh, wow, this is
so
real.
amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, I've kind of experienced it, but I haven't specifically just done, but now that we're talking about it, I'm just going to rub it in my hand right now.
Yeah. So it's interesting that you say that. So one of the very first crystals I ever picked out was blue kyanite. It's hard to see in my camera because it's so like, it's just, my phone can't. So it's dark. I need to get a light. But anyways, blue kyanite, and this is a very powerful crystal as well. It's so nice though. But yeah, and I used to wear it as a necklace. My necklace broke, so I couldn't wear it as a necklace. And I definitely felt like different when I wasn't wearing it.
Yeah,
as opposed to when I was. And now I use this one. I wear this one more frequently. This is red jasper. Yeah, and that one's really good for self-love as well.
Yeah, and that's another thing that we should talk about, because Tabitha usually has a bunch of them on her person. If you want to go into more details, feel free.
Yes. So I have I have numerous pouches here with things. But I usually use this one. So I carry this pouch just in my bra. And I usually have anywhere from like 3 to 5 crystals in it. And I keep it on me so I can have their effects with me all the time, and just have their healing properties. And I usually keep things in it. Like, it depends on my mood. I find if I'm finding I'm kind of going through a rougher time, I'll pick crystals that are more geared to calming and anxiety and grounding, because that's really helpful in self-love. So I'll throw in my rose quartz, my little rose quartz tumble, smoky quartz, selenite, because that really helps with spirituality. Citrine is like pretty much a must for me. So if anybody's actually, like, when you guys watch this video, if you do watch it, or if you've seen me anywhere else, I'm always wearing this citrine bracelet. Like, it literally never comes off of me. And it's a wealth stone, and it used to be considered the abundant stone and wealth stone, and merchants, like, back in the day, used to keep that with them to encourage more money flowing into their life and their shops. So that's a really popular one. But yes, I do carry this little pouch with a variety of crystals in it, and then I wear crystals too, so just I never get enough of them.
I like to call it your crystal boob pouch.
That's right. I'm patenting that right now.
And I have not tried the crystal boob pouch yet. I should, because I just found the other day the little pouches that some of the crystals came into. But sometimes I have them in my jacket pocket. I don't really wear a purse, but are you?
Yeah, and I was gonna say, make sure it's a good, like, a nice cloth, because I used to keep it in, like, one of the ones that it came with, and it was, like, always, like, really itchy. And
it looks
so
like
make sure
material.
it's
that's what I need. I need to find one. Or you need to start making crystal boob.
Yes, you need to start making the crystal boob pouches so we can add them to our shops. So yes, so that's, like, yes, thank you for pointing that out, Laurah-Lee, because that's another great option. You don't have to just keep them around you, like, you can keep them on you, and ideally that's, like, one of the best ways to really amplify their effects and really take advantage of the healing properties that they have, or the other benefits that they have.
Yeah, one of the things, this was like the free gift that I got with my package. It comes on a little, whatever you want to call it, so you can put it on a necklace. So I was wearing this one, and I had found this little silver chain that I had got from somewhere, and so I'm like, oh, I'm going to start wearing this. And then one day I noticed that my neck had turned green. So I'm like, oh, this is really cheap necklace.
You need to get one of the rope ones, like, even like this.
That's what I was gonna do. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I forgot about that. I was looking at them on Amazon, I think, and then it ended up being you got like 60 of them, and I'm like, I just want one. And so
you can go to the dollar store. Seriously, check out the dollar store.
Right,
I got a 6-pack of them for like $2. And they came in different lengths too. They had ones that were like shorter, so if you had like a really nice, not even a choker, but like if you had I'll show you one in particular that I have over here. So like I feel like I'm always wearing jewelry, but so I got this beautiful crystal pendant, and I can't even show, like, I can't even do it justice, like, honestly. It's angel aura quartz. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in it. And so angel aura quartz, so I have that one as well here.
Nice. Okay,
that's
I
just
realized I was shuffling the cards that I to keep.
Oh,
and now they're all funny. Yes, so angel aura quartz, according to my card deck, is to let you know that you need to lighten up.
Yes, it's so beautiful.
It is very
beautiful. But yes, I have like this little one. It even has like the little clasp on it. See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a different length. It probably sits about up to here on me, like when I wear it. So it's not like chokerish, but yeah, check it out. Seriously.
Yeah. Yes.
I totally went off topic. Sorry.
Good.
So another really good crystal that I wear frequently in my boob pouch, crystal boob pouch, is smoky quartz. So I have a tumbled piece here. Nice. I think, did you have the raw cluster?
Yes, wait.
So yes, if you can show it, that'd be awesome. If you do, if you know where it is.
Well, I have this one. This one's darker, so I don't know if that's it.
I don't think that one's it.
No. Oh, but I have this little guy. No, that's too light. Yeah, see.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I know I have one because it's on my list of
things. You just showed me.
Right? Yeah. So where did I put it?
That's okay. If you find it, show it up in the camera. But this is the tumbled piece right now, and it's really hard to like show you guys, but it's kind of got that sort of smoky, brownish, blackish kind of hue to it. And this crystal is really good for grounding and anchoring as well.
Yeah.
Which for all you empath people out there, know that grounding is super important because you just absorb everybody's emotions and feelings into your own, and that definitely takes a toll on you as your own mental health and feelings. So it's a really great one for grounding. Definitely a good one to keep on you for when you're doing like a grounding meditation. Grounding, it could be as simple as, and I think we might have mentioned it before, as like walking on the grass barefoot. Like that's grounding.
So good.
And even if you put that with, even if you had some crystals like the smoky quartz and some of the amethyst around and did like a meditation, like so nice. So nice.
So I haven't found the crystal, but
No worries.
I have the little info sheet on it. So yeah, it says excellent grounding stone. It gently neutralizes negative vibrations and is detoxifying on all levels, prompting elimination of the digestive system and protecting against radiation and electromagnetic smog. It disperses fear, lifts depression and negativity. It brings emotional calmness, relieving stress and anxiety, dispels nightmares, and manifests your dreams. Also aids in concentration and it assists in communication difficulties.
So there's a ton of benefits to crystals, and I might list a few of them, but the list really is like endless. Like there's so much that they do, especially in combination with other ones. Like I said, you can do a whole pouch just for things that are going to help you keep grounded and keep calm and tranquil, and so there you can really switch them up and geared to what you want to achieve. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I just said that's awesome. I'm loving my whole intention all year. So I got these in January 4th to be exact. I remember the date that arrived and I was so excited. I'd ordered them for myself before Christmas, but they were late with everything going on. But and so my intention was I just want to learn more about them, and I haven't. So I'm glad that we're doing this episode because this is great.
I absolutely love crystals. I'm gonna talk to you guys about, and if it looks like I'm looking away, it's because I am. I'm looking at the crystals to try to figure out like which one I want to do, and I'm just trying to make sure that well, since we're talking about protection, let's go with black.
So funny. I pulled this card. I'm like, we got to talk about this one. I just literally pulled this card as
that's the second time that we've done that.
We've done that twice. Once before we went live, and now. So yeah, this one specifically says protect your energy.
Yes. So I love that you have that card because I do have a piece like that, but it's at work. So that's like the raw.
Yeah, and that's what I have
to it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got the rough one.
Yeah. I love the way it looks too. Like it's so unique. It's just so cool looking. This is the polished version. So, a little more comfortable, like if you're wearing it on you. Yeah. For sure. Also like much more fragile too when you have the rough one, because I did have a smaller piece that was rough and I used to keep in my pouch, and it actually just kind of crumbled after some time because it's constantly it's very like fragile in my opinion. So definitely beautiful, but great for like a stationary setting, a desk or nightstand or altar, whatever you want to do. But the rough ones, polished ones, this is what it looks like, and it's nice. It's nice black stone. Good for same like we already said, protecting against negativity. Well, I have in my book, let me see here, it quickly says I sometimes have to forget some things. Okay. So yeah, really helps with environmental effects. If you're feeling overwhelmed by electromagnetic stress or radiation, being on our phones all the time and a lot of that electronic stuff. So it helps with that. And to help protect you with that. It also just helps in general to protect against negativity that is around like other people's energies or spirits. And again, if this isn't really in the realm, if that's a little too much for you, totally get it. But that is one of the things it does. So just saying. yeah, it also helps to just block out toxic energy or negative energy. Um, it's just a really great like it's just a really good like personal protection crystal. And what else is there? I'm just looking. Yes. Oh, and I wanted to say, because when you're reading your card, I think it was on the Angel or Quartz, maybe. You had read it, or maybe the amethyst actually. You had mentioned some of the things like on your card or information sheet that it did in terms of actual like physical, parts like our inner bodies and stuff. And I wanted to mention that, like, yes, a lot of these crystals, not only do they have like healing properties in terms of like even just our mental health, like, and with de-stressing, but also with like our bodies as well. Like the black tourmaline is really good for like your immune system and motor function, lungs, like detoxification. So I just find that really interesting as well, because there's a whole other aspect to it that I don't think people even realize that, especially even myself, like I tend to talk about it, or we talk about it on the spiritual level, I feel like, manifesting and, with mental health and that sort of stuff. But sometimes we tend to not necessarily bring up the fact that there's also those other areas that it does help with, like our immune system, our lungs, our, for detoxification purposes, etc.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so amazing. So many good stuff.
Yeah. So that is the black tourmaline. And like, if there's anything else you want me to add, please let me know, because I'm just kind of going off.
Yeah, no, I haven't dived into the guidebook yet. So yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I know nobody can see this, but I also have tiger's eye. So I keep tiger's eye on my pendant, on my keys. I was gifted a tiger eye keychain, but I also have this pendulum that is tiger's eye.
I got my little tiger eye stone.
Yeah. And this one was really amazing. It's just jumped out at me, literally. It was like so beautiful. And this is the very first pendulum I ever got. So
yeah, hey, why don't we talk about pendulums for a second? Because again, this is something else that I learned about this year. I got mine. This one's mine. I have no idea what it is.
I've seen yours. Oh, I love it. Oh, wait, that looks like, kind of looks like kyanite, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I didn't say where.
It didn't say what it was.
But yeah, so I had no idea what a pendulum was. I just thought it was a fancy like necklace. And so now you see, I'm not moving it. If you can see my arm, it's like not moving at all. The pendulum is moving itself. And it's literally right over my crystals right now. So I don't know if it's charging them, but it's moving.
Mine's saying, I don't know. It's like answering the question, like, I have no idea.
Yeah. So what I learned is that, yes, you can ask yes or no questions, and your pendulum will tell you, depending on which way, it will either spin in a circle or it will go from side to side. And I think for me, and it could be different per person, I think.
I was gonna say it depends on how you program it, because everybody can program theirs in a different way. So when I ask questions, mine is very straightforward. Yes is vertically shake, no horizontally. I don't know, like
so mine does that as well, but then it also, for the same, yes, it will spin counterclockwise, no will be the other way. So it does both for me. So depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, I had no idea that this was a thing until earlier this year. And I've had some, incredible experiences with asking. Yeah, and I haven't done it in a while. I need to do it again.
Yes, I need to do more pendulum work as well. I've been wanting to do that for quite some time, but I have not, as well as get a new pendulum. Not that there's anything wrong with this one, because this is the very first one that I got, but like crystals, I just like to have many different things. And tarot decks.
and for me, I'll share the story. When I first got it, I was at the shop and they had them all on a little, I don't know what to call it. It just had like a bar and they were all hanging from the bar. And she brought it down up top and put it on the counter in front of me. And, you know, because she was moving them, they were kind of like all swinging and then they stopped. And then I was looking at, because my favorite color is blue, and this was the only one that I saw that was kind of a blue. It's like a navy bluish, but it's kind of purplish too, so it's kind of hard to tell. But anyway,
Yeah, it
it was
is.
the one that I was drawn to. And so as I was staring at it, going like, is this the one I want to get? It started swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging,
Yes.
and none of the other ones were swinging. And so she says to me, she's like, this one's calling your name. And I'm like, oh, that's funny because that's the one that I was drawn to because it's my favorite color. So yeah, then she showed me how to use it and just start asking. So how you figure out which is your yes and which is your no is you just ask questions that you know the answer is yes or no. So it's like, is my name Laurah-Lee? And then it starts moving in a certain direction. So you know that that's yes. And then you ask a no question and then it will go the other way. And then you know that that's your no. So yeah, I remember I was in this shop for like an hour just asking all these questions because I had no idea that this was a thing that you could do. And
Yeah, that's amazing. I know, I felt that way too. So when I got mine, it was, I mean, not quite like, it didn't quite like jump out at me. But when I was looking at them, you know, I was like kind of bent down, like, oh, really examining them. And I just noticed that this one was like the only one that was like moving and like swaying and, you know, and I kind of just walked away for a bit. And I remember at one point, like even just sitting still thinking like, oh no, someone's probably just walking by or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And it's causing it to shake, but nobody else was in the store. It was just me and the clerk. And so, you know, and I kept looking and I come back to it and be doing the same thing. So I finally said to her, like, you know, I've never had a pendulum before, like, you know, and she goes, oh, well, like that's the one that, you know, that is calling to you because it's most drawn to you. So I will say that a lot of people, so there's a few ways that you can like sort of pick out crystals. I mean, some people strictly buy just what they think is pretty, right?
And that's what I
Which
was
is
doing.
totally, yeah, which is totally fine. Some people like to go by what they're being called to get or most drawn to. So that's typically the way that I would purchase crystals, or if I'm also trying to focus on a certain thing that I want to, you know, work on. So I do Reiki and I like to incorporate crystals for Reiki. So for me, having the palm stones would be really nice instead of just having the tumbles, but in a variety of them, right? Like selenite's really good for using that. Amethyst, rose quartz, like, but there are lots of other ones like honey calcite and ones that I don't necessarily have that are also good for the different chakras as well. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways you can go about it. So it's whether you want to use it for your own personal healing, whether you want to use it for your business or for your spiritual practice, might be a way that you would decide on what you're getting. But an interesting thing, so for me, like I said, I go by what I'm most drawn to, unless I'm specifically looking for something else. And even then, I would still go by like which piece I'm most drawn to, even out of the same batch, you know? Because they all look so different, like as we were talking about earlier, and they're all unique in their own way. So there might be one that's just slightly different than the other one that really catches your eye. And to me, that would be like, that's the one that my intuition is telling me to go with. It's going to resonate with me the most, it's going to work the best with me. And then the other interesting thing was, I'll try to explain it over the podcast. But it's like Laurah-Lee mentioned, if you want to check out the podcast and you can see the crystals that we're talking about and some of the other stuff. Another way you can do it is you can put your thumb and your pointing finger together to make like a circle, and then take your other hand and put your thumb and your pointing finger together, locking in between, and then you pull, and you would basically have it above the crystal, and you would say, is this crystal for me? And if you pull and it comes apart, then it's a no, and if you pull and it stays together, then it's a yes. So there are various ways you can do it. Yeah, so that was the topic. Oh wait, no, we're talking about crystals still. So that's how I got my pendulum. That's how you can pick crystals. I really should be more structured when I do things. Citrine is another great one. I love, love, love citrine.
I think
It's
this
so
one's my
pretty.
citrine. So mine again is a more rough version of it. Mine's really tiny.
Yes, but I love the rough, like the raw crystal looks too. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they're incredible. The tumble ones are really nice as well. Like sometimes I feel like you can see a little bit more of like the flecks and stuff, like,
Mhm.
in it. But the
Yeah,
raw ones, there's just
I
something
kind of
about
have
raw clusters is
I have
amazing.
a mix of raw
Me,
and
yeah. And I have some that are raw too, as well. But I have mostly tumbles, or the smaller pieces that are polished.
mhm.
And then I do have some bigger ones, but I need to make more space for my stuff, that's for sure. So citrine is really great for um, helping with happiness, wealth, like as I mentioned before. Maybe I was just talking to you, I can't remember. I'm sorry. It basically stimulates like living in the moment rather than in your dreams. So like go after your dreams. It represents abundance and wealth. It's a really great wealth stone. It's probably one of the more popular ones. You probably hear a lot of people talk about that if you're into manifesting and everything. Citrine is a great one. Same with green aventurine, also another really great one. And when I make my products, like my sprays or intention jars, those are the two crystals that I add in it. So I actually have citrine sand and green aventurine sand, and I
Oh,
actually add them into the jars and as well into the sprays.
what do you mean? You said
So
sands? Like
yeah,
little
sand.
like
It's
sand
yeah, yeah,
granules? You would say
yes,
that?
yeah.
Well, I didn't know that existed either. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's really amazing. So, and I'm sure you can get them for a number of them, but you know,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I have citrine and green aventurine, and because although citrine is really great for wealth, or green aventurine is really great for wealth, green aventurine is also really good for love too.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can just because I have it in an abundance jar doesn't mean I can't add it in a self-love jar or a love jar.
Yeah.
There's so many healing properties to them. But those ones, yeah,
Awesome.
a lot of people do associate them with wealth. So, but yes,
No.
represents living in the now and not in your
And
dreams.
card
Oh yes, I
deck
love that.
says bring in the light.
Yes, I love that. I love the point. Like the point, like even the point on it because it looks so like different even from the tumble.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. Um yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, so basically citrine is really great to help you on your path for more along the lines of career. Um, helps you with like your soul purpose, your purpose in life, and just helps you to find the joy and happiness in all that you do. It's really about living in the now, like, and just that whole wealth and abundance even around it. Um, and then, of course, like I said, it does do other things, so like detoxification, um, circulation and energy. That's really great. I mean, I could definitely always use circulation boosts and
Yeah. We all
energy
can.
boosts.
Mhm.
Helps with bladder, helps with the female reproductive system, kidneys. So yeah, there's thyroid. So there's like a ton of stuff that it can also help aid in as well.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's a really great one. It has a warming effect and it fortifies the nerves, and it's a useful stone for energizing and recharging yourself as a whole.
So I was just thinking, so both me and Tabitha do Reiki, and so we're familiar with the
Yes.
chakra system and stuff like that. So if you were, so it said that it's good for the reproductive system. So say if we were having like cramps, PMSing, whatever, we could just
Yeah.
put the crystal on our bellies, kind of thing, and
Hmm.
just meditate on it or whatever kind of thing.
Yeah. Or if you do Reiki self healing with the
Hmm.
crystals in certain
Yeah,
areas that you can do,
yeah.
I think
Have
that's really.
I don't know if they're actual crystals or not, but they're stones, and they're one for every chakra. And so sometimes I'll just lie down
Oh,
on
I
my mat.
love that.
I'll put one like on the floor above my head, and then one on my forehead. I'll just go down. I have
Yeah.
them all on my body, and yeah,
Yeah.
meditate like that.
And that's what I do when I incorporate the crystals in the Reiki. I put
Yeah.
them on. Yeah. And I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, I just used
So,
the stone because they're specifically for each chakra, but
yeah,
I
first,
wasn't
yeah.
thinking of doing. Well, I know I have. That's not true. I have done the rose quartz and something else like over my heart when I was like manifesting my relationship, which I did, by the way.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so yeah, I guess I have done that before. So and it was just kind of intuitively. I'm like, well, this is supposed to be for like love. I'll just put that on my heart. Meditate
Yeah,
there.
definitely. I am a huge, like I said, I'm huge into crystals. I mean, obviously, I have a lot to learn still, but I know quite a little bit
Well, you
about
know
them
so
enough.
much compared to me. I know nothing.
There's so many out there, like that. It's sometimes like it's like, yeah, you definitely have to. It's just a learning process, really.
Mhm.
And I know there's so many out there that I'm not even touching on that, I know nothing about.
Yeah.
But I do really enjoy learning. Like I do really love learning about them, especially when I get new ones, and even with the ones that I
Mhm.
have, because there's things that I didn't even really think about before that I was like, oh yeah, like you forget that there's so much that's involved with just one crystal
Right. Yeah. So many
that sometimes you
benefits
forget.
to learn. It's just like yoga too. Like there's so many benefits for poses. I'm like, well, I'll give you a couple
Oh
benefits,
yeah,
but if you want to learn
I
more, just
know.
read up on it because there's so many. Yeah.
It's so true. So speaking of wealth, why don't we talk about green aventurine?
Okay. Thought
And
that's
this
where
is just
you're
a
gonna
small
go.
little one that this is a small little one that I have. It's
Oh,
just a little tumble, but
my
it's
card just says Aventurine,
green
but I don't know how to pronounce it. Aventurine.
aventurine. Maybe I say, I
Create
tend to
your own luck is what it
yes,
says.
I
And
tend
then
to
I
overpronounce
have
things.
again the raw
I love that you have like the
version.
raw like version. I have like the tumble.
Yeah. Yeah, so good. Yeah, for wealth. Yeah, that one came in my abundance and wealth kit. Stone of prosperity and decision making. It says on
Yes,
my
I was just gonna say that the throne of prosperity, attracting luck, abundance, success. It reinforces leadership qualities
Mm,
and decisiveness, but it also teaches you that you do not have to be successful in the eyes of the world to enjoy a fulfilling life, which is awesome
I love
because
that.
it really goes hand in hand with even the whole gratitude. When you wake up and you're grateful for even just being alive or all the little things, it really does make everything, you know, like that much better.
Yeah.
And you don't
So,
need to have all the fancy materialistic things to
mhm.
be happy.
No. Yeah.
Well, they're comforts, they're luxuries. Exactly. Like I mean, if you listen to the other episode, I did talk to that I manifested my car, and so
Yes.
like here I am talking about you don't need to have all these materialistic things, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I know it
It's
sounds silly.
it's nice to be able to manifest physical material things, but yeah,
Yes,
also all the
but
other
as a whole, I feel like that's just one aspect of that was just something that I manifested, and
mhm.
at the end of the day, it wouldn't make or break me, like
Yeah,
if I didn't have it.
exactly. Yeah.
I'm just grateful to have all the other things I've had, really since putting this work in and like really diving into this journey. So
Mhm.
it's definitely opens your eyes for sure. Green Aventurine is helpful with that. So
Yeah, there we
that's
go.
really good.
Evergreen.
Um, it's also the stone for creativity, which but your card said something about that, didn't it?
Well, so create your own luck.
Oh, create
So
your own luck. Sorry.
yeah,
Obviously short-term memory here.
me
Issues.
too. I had to look at the card. Wait, what was it?
Where was it? Yes, but it's a sort of creativity. Um, what else? It stimulates perception and helps you to assess alternatives and possibilities, especially those presented by other people.
Mm,
So clarity. Um, and then I will tell you some things for the physiological properties. It helps with spleen, eyes, lungs, heart, skin, sinuses, what else? Metabolic process, nervous system, and connective tissue. So it does a lot. This is like definitely a go-to crystal.
Yeah,
I got everything in it.
Sounds good.
It is really good. So I have to touch upon this one because it's such a popular one. Rose quartz.
Oh, yours is a ball.
I have a rose quartz sphere. Yes.
There's mine.
I love
the
it.
non-sphere.
Yes, you have a tumbled version there though.
Yes, that
not rough.
Yeah, this one's
not rough. It's polished. Yeah,
smooth or polished or tumbled. Apparently, it's called when it's
yes.
smooth looking.
So I have the sphere, but I also have a lot of the tumbles. Yeah, this is just a small one, but they come in bigger ones. I need to buy a little stand for it actually.
I know, I guess I have, but I've seen like big ones.
They're bigger. Right. But this is nice. It's a small little one. Super gorgeous. Absolutely love it. So again, if you can check out the podcast, you can definitely see what these look like, or feel free to just look them up online, however you want. So this is a crystal that is very much known for love and self-love. It's
what I was using when I manifested my boyfriend.
Yes, exactly.
Open
I love
up your heart. Hey, look at that.
Yes.
It's the sphere one on the card.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And they're so cute. They come in like little heart-shaped ones. Like, it's so cute. I love them. I love it. But yes, this one is the rose quartz is like I said, mostly known for love or self-love. You don't necessarily have to just for a relationship, because self-love is just as important as being in a relationship.
That's very true.
Yep. It's good for creating love and harmony in the relationships and friendships around you, as well like with your own personal self and your highest self. It is good for helping with like traumatizing circumstances. It helps you like evaluate the situation without being emotionally overwhelmed. So it has a very calming effect, much like amethyst. It's also a really good one. What else here? So I was just actually looking because I found it really interesting because it seems like something that we would be interested in doing. It says that if you feel disempowered or unloved, hold rose quartz and remind yourself of a time when you felt totally positive, potent, loved, and accepted, and the crystal will bring that feeling into the present moment. So I love that. I think that's
this is the one that I grab a lot and just start playing with my hand.
Well, I know. I feel like I should keep this at work with me. If I'm frustrated, I can be like, oh, God.
Yeah, instead of a stress ball.
Yeah, especially because it's a sphere.
Crystal.
I know. But this one's really great. I actually really love that today. I just learned something new. Excellent crystal to support your positive affirmations. So really great for morning affirmations or meditation. What were you going to say? It sounded like you were going to say.
I was looking in the book, the guidebook here, and it said something about an affirmation. So let me find it again. To affirm, I am love. Today, stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say, I love you 3 times. Yeah, I'm really gonna love this book. I've only looked at a couple things already. Well, I just opened it right before we went live.
Because like I have 2 crystal books that I've referenced quite frequently, but I've never read them like front to back. I try to read them like as I pick up something because then I can read about it. But like I said, there's so much to learn that sometimes it's hard to remember everything. And like so many of them do so many different things, right? But I love it. That's what I love about them. And I mean, I've definitely noticed a huge difference. Like I'll usually do, if I'm doing, for example, like a meditation bath, I'll usually incorporate citrine, green aventurine, smoky quartz, rose quartz, clear quartz.
Yeah, I just bring them all.
You
And
bring
if
them
you
all?
haven't listened to our other episodes where we talked about, I don't know which episode it was, but we talked about meditation baths. That's just basically having a bath, have your
Oh yeah,
crystals all around you with your candles and your
candles and
incense or
everything
whatever you want, your
else. Yep,
music. Yeah, and
yep.
that's what I was doing when I was manifesting my love. I was in the bath with this on my heart. Yeah.
That's so amazing. I love it. I love hearing that.
Yeah, Tabitha was the one that introduced me to the meditation bath. I'm like, what? What's a meditation bath? I want to do that. And then I did it
They're
like every
so
day for a month.
incredible. Yes, I love them. I haven't done one in a bit, and I would like to do it. For just taking showers, but meditation baths are really great. And I think I mentioned it even too in the other episode that I like to do them on like the lunar cycles. I'll be doing one next Wednesday because I have my own little thing that I'm doing for the full moon.
Yeah.
But they're incredible, and you don't have to do them on a lunar cycle. I just prefer to do them then.
Yeah, I know it's a great time to do it. I think that's what I started doing, and then I just like, I loved it so much I started doing them every day.
Yeah.
I see you're pulling one there. There we go. Is that the selenite?
It is, and I just had to do this one because it's just I kept looking at it. Because this one is so exciting to me because it's like the stone of spirituality. The other really interesting thing about selenite that I'm sure I think a lot of people know, I'm not sure, but this is a selenite stick, and you will see them very frequently either in like dish form or sticks or like wands, and they actually charge your crystals.
Right.
So
yes,
it's a really good one because they charge
that's
your
my
crystals
selenite.
too. I think that's your selenite too. Yeah. It
Mine's
looks
just
the same.
Smaller, right?
Yeah.
And according to the card deck, selenite helps you clear the clutter.
Yes, clear the clutter. That's right. So selenite is all about high vibration, opening your higher like crown chakras to access guidance from your spirit guides, your highest self. It's a great stone to charge your other crystals. It's really just like an amazing spirituality stone. It's one of the most powerful crystals for anchoring anchoring and also to like raising your vibration to a new higher level of vibration, which anybody that's into any of the things that we're talking about, the woo-woo stuff, would know that a lot of people say you just got to stay high vibe, which I'm putting that out there. Okay, you can't always be high vibe, so like that's a given. But you can definitely utilize tools such as crystals to help up your vibration, and also in combination with other things like journaling or meditation or yoga or Reiki.
Yes.
There's so many different things. It says that this crystal selenite brings divine light into anything it touches, raising the energetic frequency of the human body and of the planet. So this stone is a powerful transmuter for emotional energy, helping to release core toxic feelings that lie behind psychosomatic illnesses and emotional blockages. Basically, it just creates an up level in vibration. And it is quite often referred to as ascension, which I'm sure some people may know if they have any idea on crystals and some of that other stuff and spirituality based things.
Ascension? Okay.
Yeah. What else? So I keep this because I usually, what I'll do when I'm actually meditating is I will lay like some of my crystals on top of it, and then I'll have a few other ones around. And I'll do that during my meditation as well. And this one doesn't really, it's more energetic than physical or like emotional like healing property.
Right. Yeah.
But some of the physiological stuff says joints, nerves, breasts, puberty. It's a good thing my daughter has one of these in her room.
Yeah.
And sorry. and menopause, apparently.
Okay.
But it brings clarity to your mind, it clears any confusion, and just really gets you to analyze things on a deeper, clearer level. So promotes clarity. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a really good one. I actually really like selenite. I don't think I don't want to say it gets enough credit, but I feel like it's not talked about as much.
Mm-hmm. I want to get one like you. Mine's too small.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna send you a Christmas gift. We'll get on to that a whole other thing. Okay, we won't even call it a Christmas gift. I'm gonna just send you a care package at Christmas time, and I can't tell you about it now because you'll probably remember. Okay. But I'm gonna incorporate something in there. But one thing I was gonna say was a lot of people. It's really cool. A lot of people you will see will make these in like trays. Like I've seen moon trays or like the moon phase trays. I did order a trinket tray, but I haven't picked it up yet. It was like made, and it's made out of selenite. So like you can put all your, like I could instead of having my little trinket tray here that's just ceramic and nothing, I could put the selenite there and have all of them on it, so they charge.
Right.
I'm not gonna go into too much more because I think it's taking time for a long time. But I did want to go over like angel light for anybody that is really interested in like connecting with their spirit guides. Angel light is a really good crystal for that.
I don't have.
It's one that I've learned about recently. I'm sure it's in my crystal Bible book, but I don't have that on me.
I need that one. Angel light.
Yeah, it's like a light blue. It has like specks of like white in it a little bit. It's so nice. I love it. What else is there? And I guess I can briefly go over I'll go over the clear quartz quickly. Excuse me.
Clear quartz. I haven't figured out which one's my clear quartz yet. Oh, this one. Oh, this
one.
Well,
my clear quartz looks like this.
That's probably my clear quartz.
Yeah, is it like pretty much clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it.
Yeah.
So clear quartz basically brings clarity and focus to the mind. It's a healing stone. Well, a lot of them, they all are. But it's one of the most abundant crystals. It's a very popular crystal, like clear quartz. It's what else is there? I'm just trying to see here. Yeah, to me, it's sort of similar to the selenite. It's still a high vibrational stone, which is probably why it's so popular. But it's more to this like your specific like energy requirements of the person who needs the healing rather than, or the spiritual work. Maybe rather than just an all around like healing thing, if you're like already, I don't want to say you're already worked through things because like there's always stuff to work through, but
there's always more.
There's always more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another good spiritual stone. Like it just offers clarity and it just offers clarity and raises your vibration. And where is it here? It's a very good for like cleansing the soul and helps to like if you use it for meditation. It's really great for being able to plant the seeds for new beliefs, which is really great because that's super important. Which would also be really good to do on one of the lunar cycles. Like the full moon or the new moon. To me, I feel like it'd be maybe more of a new moon thing because it's all about setting intentions and planting those seeds and setting your goals and all of that. But Yeah, it's really good. It's a good deep cleansing of the soul, and also helps to what's it called? Like it also helps with like karmic issues as well. So it's kind of interesting.
Yes, and the card for clear quartz says get crystal clear.
Yeah,
And you're
definitely
just talking about angel light, right? I finally found that card
yes.
too. So angel light support is all around you. I'm gonna love this card deck so much.
I'm gonna need to buy that card deck.
Yeah.
I love, because as you're saying, angel light's really good for connecting with your spirit guides and channeling
angel light,
your higher self and your spirit. Yeah, angel light.
Yeah, okay, I
and
need
channeling your higher self. I mean, when I look at these crystals so far that I've talked about, I think I would definitely like to go with selenite, angel light, clear quartz.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like even for next week with the full moon coming, because anybody's wondering, the full moon is next week. It's the
Wednesday,
full
right?
Hunter's moon. Yeah, Wednesday's yes, Wednesday on the 20th, October 20th is the actual full moon. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I got into this year. I always wanted to learn more about the moon cycles and just different things that you can do.
Yeah, I want to learn about that more in depth as well.
Yeah.
I need to find a better setup. I'm just saying, for anybody that's actually watching this, I just need to find a better setup. I'm always like sitting on my bed.
I never sit in this chair. This has become my now podcast
so funny.
chair.
Oh, and this is another really good one, and I'm really sad because this is Soda Light, and can you see this like little like chip here?
Yeah.
I dropped it and it broke.
Oh. I dropped my pendulum and I broke the tip off. I was very upset.
I know.
But it still works.
Yeah,
a little bit of it.
And this is so beautiful. I absolutely love this one. Lapis lazuli.
Oh yeah, that's another one I want.
Yeah. Lapis lazuli is really nice. Also, it's another really good one for protection and self-love. Protection, I believe I put this in my protection spray just recently. The moonstone I put in my thing for love. Yeah, I think I've rambled on about crystals for quite a while.
So yeah, this is awesome. I just want to learn more and more about it. Oh, so
I did want to go on about oh yes.
Speak your truth.
Yes, I love it. So I have one that's a little bit more has a little more white in it. But again, I just love how they're so different and like unique. Like each piece is like unique, you know?
Yeah, I don't think you're ever gonna find like two crystals.
You're never gonna find like two of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. There was one more thing I was gonna say.
Yeah, but you go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
No, you go ahead because it's something related but unrelated. So you go first.
Okay. Yes, so I did want to mention quickly about some different ways that you guys can cleanse your crystals, because it's important, like when we get anything, whether that be tarot decks or oracle decks or anything like that, or crystals, that we cleanse them, because all those items pick up other people's energies, and then we're bringing them into our home and around us. And especially if you're an empath like Laurah-Lee and I are, you could pick up on those energies. So there are numerous ways you could cleanse them. So some crystals you can do a water cleansing, which I've done before. You can put them in some moon water if you've made that, if that's your thing.
But they can only be a certain type, so it has to be like the tumble smooth type, right? Not any of the whoops. Oh no, that was my black tourmaline. So not like the rough ones, right?
Yes. And like selenite, probably I'm almost like 100% positive like that shouldn't go in water regardless. So
should or should not?
Should not. It should not go in water. Regardless.
It's smooth, but it's like
it's not smooth polish like how you do the other ones. Exactly. It's not waterproof. Don't put it in the water. Yes, so you can cleanse some of them in water. You can do moon water, or if you've made that, if that's something that you do make, or you can also just use regular water and set your intentions in it. You don't have to use water at all. You can cleanse them with sage, a sage stick. Light it, put smoke around.
I have a little smudge stick that I was using right before we started this episode to do my crystals and my new card deck.
Yes.
I don't remember what's in this one, but there's a bunch of stuff.
And if you're not like overly thrilled or open to the fact of like maybe having like a smudge stick in your house, or because sometimes they can get kind of messy. There are so many other things you can do. Like I have cleansing candles that have sage, Palo Santo, like sweetgrass in it, that I will sometimes light and then even just blow out to get that, smoke. But more recently I've started using actually just white sage incense sticks, because I can just quickly light it, blow it out, and then sage all my stuff around. And it's way less messy, and I can reuse them. Like obviously you can reuse yours too.
And I love sage.
Another
thing that I got into was the smudging and the sage and Palo Santo. I have too. I got that all with my first pack of crystals.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. So yes, you can do water, provided that the crystals are water safe, and not raw, they're tumbled. You can do smoke cleansing with the sage. You can also do, you can literally just sit there with them and meditate with them and set your intentions in them. You can visualize setting your intent, you can visualize cleansing them, and that they're coming, that they are being wiped clean of all the energies that they have absorbed, and now they're coming to you. So you can visualize them. What else is there?
Putting them out under, is it only a full moon or any time under the moon?
So I personally myself put my crystals out on a new moon and a full moon. A full moon is typically when a lot of people do put out everything like that to charge. That's to charge them and just you can cleanse them for sure. But a lot of people do that more to recharge them. And here's the thing, because I used to think, oh man, I have to put all this stuff outside or, whatever. So you don't have to put them outside. You can put them on a windowsill. You could literally have them in a box, like just even beside a window, and they're still going to absorb all of the full moon energies. And even if you miss on the first day, like I think it's about 2 or 3 days afterwards, you can still, even make your moon water absorb those full moon energies, even for yourself and your own personal goals and for recharging purposes as well. So yeah, you don't have to feel like, oh, I did it wrong or whatever because I didn't put it outside or on the windowsill. Like the energies are strong enough that you're going to get it. Like they're still going to charge.
Especially if you put that intention out there, like
exactly, hey, and you're putting the intention in there. I'm chart, yeah, exactly. So like tarot decks, oracle decks, your crystals, all of that. I put all those out to charge. Not out, but I put them on my windowsill to charge.
And
as like, yeah.
I was gonna say, when she first told me about this, I literally put I have a big patio and I'm on the 4th floor of a condo. So like other than birds or squirrels come and take a look at them, I put them literally outside on the patio and just make sure that it's not gonna rain because a lot of them can't get wet. But and then I wanted you to touch on moon water. So I attempted to make moon water the last full moon. And then I don't know even if I told you that I went outside the next day to get it and I knocked it over.
You did tell me.
I got the last 2 sips that were in the jar. But so explain what moon water is for those that don't know what moon water is.
Yes, and I just want to mention one thing. So another thing that you could also do for like cleansing or purifying your crystals is actually putting them in brown rice overnight as well. Which is kind of interesting. So another option, again, everything is always with the intentions that you are setting, that you're cleansing them, you're clearing them, and then you can program them. And I don't know if a lot of people do that, but I'll be honest, I don't really program them.
Yeah, I
Okay,
didn't
it's
know
like
that you could do.
I will cleanse them, but I don't really program them.
And what do you mean by programming them?
So you can basically program them, like program them, I think, for your own like to work with your own energy and like maybe what you need
Okay.
and what you want to work with for them. I don't program them because I've just never have done that. I cleanse them and I feel like no one else is around. That's not true. My kids and my husband are here, but they don't really look at my stuff. Actually, my kids touch them. But like, I feel like it's not the same. It's not like they're just out in anywhere. But basically it's just so I'll tell you here, it says to program your crystals. It says spending a few moments asking your crystals to work in harmony with you will repay you with a potent and powerful crystal energy. So it's all for you, right? And maybe I should try. I don't know, maybe I should try it, but I just haven't ever done it. You probably sounds like you did because you held them all for a little bit. So you probably set the intention of cleansing them, but you most likely also
I guess so, because it was all about like getting your energy into the crystals. So that's what I was doing. I was just rubbing them and holding them and
So I
need to do
will
that again because that was pretty cool.
me too. I do that too. So I will touch upon the moon water quickly. So moon water is essentially when you take water and you put it in a glass jar and then you put it out under the full moon, either outside or on your windowsill, however you want to do it. And it basically absorbs the full moon energies. And then you can either take that water and drink a cup of it the next day with setting intentions, or you can use it for other various things like I make sprays. So I like to take a combination of the moon water and gem water, which is basically water that I've infused with the crystal healing properties of certain ones and putting them in together.
Nice.
And then I would make my spray, but that is moon water, and you can use it for all sorts of different things, for sprays, for for manifesting, so for drinking, if you're into spells and all that sort of stuff, yes, you can use it for that. So there's a wide variety of things that you can use it for, but it's very simple to make. And I like to do this often as I can.
Yeah, well, I'm going to remind me to do that on Wednesday, the full moon, because I want to.
Oh my gosh, I'll probably forget to.
The last one.
You gave me such a great idea. Okay, I think I want to incorporate that into the event. Like everybody can make their own, like, little thing. No, that's kind of cool.
That's really good.
But I totally got sidetracked. I'm sorry. I just had the idea and then I was like, I'm gonna forget this. So I tend to listen to the podcast.
Again, as we do every episode, listen to this episode again to remind us what we want to do. So what I was going to mention before, because we talked a bunch of times during this episode about chakras, and I guess maybe not everybody knows what that is. So
yes, please.
Episode idea for future, we're going to do one on chakras. But just a little recap is all of us have 7, there's actually more, but most people just know about the first 7 chakras, which are energy centers in our body. So you just think of them as kind of spinning wheels of energy, and they tie into different areas of the body. And we'll do an episode on chakras.
Yes, I think that's a really good idea.
Yes.
But,
we always come, I think with every episode we come up with an idea for another episode.
I know.
Just through the
conversation.
Yeah, so how it works. That's how we plan these things.
And I think this episode has probably run a lot longer. I feel like I've been talking a long time.
I have no idea how long, because I have no idea what time we started.
Neither do I.
We'll see. Oh no, it tells me right there. Oh yeah, almost 2 hours. That can't be right. No, well, we were on here.
No, we were on here before.
So, okay, so it's probably the whole time then. So we'll see if we have to edit any episode. I don't think it's been a full 2 hours.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, well, anything else that you wanted to say?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so I think this concludes our episode number 3, Crystals 101.
Hold on one second.
Show us something.
No.
So if you do have any questions or comments or anything, you can always send us a DM on Instagram, woowoo111.1.
Yes, that's correct.
And yeah, or if you have any episode topic ideas that you'd like us to cover, let us know that as well. We're open.
I apologize. I am walking downstairs. So if it's all dark, that's why.
Yeah, it is all dark. Yeah, you're completely dark.
I know. I'm going to be in light in like 2 seconds. I just, my husband came upstairs and was not expecting that. So I wanted to talk to you guys still, like and say, you know, bye or whatever. But so I came downstairs because he told me to get out. He's like, I'm ready for bed, so get out.
Go to sleep.
Yes. But yes, please feel free to follow us on Instagram at woowoo111.1. We would love to hear like episode suggestions or feedback or anything like that. Or
let us know if you've learned anything new.
Yes. Let us know if you've learned anything new. That's always exciting. I've had a few people listen to it and they were like, oh, it's so good. You know, I didn't know that. Like it's really great. It's nice to hear. So at the end of the day, we're just here trying to spread what we know to other people and share love for it and help people. So yeah, please feel free to give us a follow, and yeah, you can DM us with any topics or feedback or anything like that. What else? Is that it?
Yeah, I can't think.
I can't think anymore either.
Yeah.
I hope you guys
it's late. It's like
enjoyed this.
And it's way later for Tabitha than it is for me. It's not even 9 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for bed.
It's like almost midnight here.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I enjoy it, and I apologize if I totally ran to.
No, it's great. I love it. It's all good information. Yeah. Well, thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you for listening.
We'll probably next week maybe we'll do chakras.
Yeah, we totally should.
Yeah, we'll tie in this one because we can even talk about what stones are good specifically for which chakras. So yeah, that'll be kind of like a part 2 of crystals. I'll talk about crystals and chakras. There we go. Next episode planned.
Yes. Stay tuned.
All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful week. Take care, and may the woo be with you. One of these days we'll like time that more perfectly.
Yes, we will. One of them.
All right. Take care.
Bye.